This video is about how you change the color and design layout of your app, not the background images, which we'll cover in a separate video. So this is about the actual color scheme and design of your app, the icons, that sort of thing. Stage one is to log into your CMS. Now the CMS, as you'll have seen in other videos, or if you tried it, broadly similar to this. It may be slightly different menu items down the left hand side depending on what packages you have, but the layout will be the same. And what there will be is a big orange button in the middle marked Access Admin Hub. Click on Access Admin Hub, be met with these buttons in front of you. Again, they may be slightly different depending on what package you have or packages you have from us, but what there will be is an orange button marked App Editor, and that's the one you want. Click on App Editor. Now, you may well need to log in to your system here, your CMS, in which case you will have been met by a login screen, so just put your app credentials in there. If you've forgotten them or lost them, contact us and we'll furnish you with a new set. But this is a landing screen. The important bit here is the three black blocks here: functionality, content and appearance. The one we want to be looking at is appearance, so as you notice if you hover over it, its letters will lighten slightly, so let's click on appearance. What will then happen is the app will load its infrastructure system with regard to its color schemes and so on. I'm not going to cover all of these on this video. The best way to do that really is just have a play around yourself, but I'll give you a few basic principles to understand how it works. So you've got a layout screen here which shows you what you're using. You've got layout, extra buttons, sub-tabs, header, buttons and icon color here. So initially, the important bit to look at is this section under Global Style, where it says Home Layout. And the example here says Modern Panel Slider List. Now, if you click on that, you've got a choice. If you click on Traditional, what will happen on this blank example here, as you'll see, is the buttons will move down to the bottom. More button means that button that says more against it there. Do you want one of those or not? If you don't want that, you can untick that and the more button will disappear. How many rows do you want? We could change that, and as you see, as we increase, the tabs just increase up the screen. So let's move that down to a single row again. And how many? So we can go up to 5, otherwise it becomes too small. So let's move that down to 4 again. And where do we want the tabs to sit? Do we want them at the bottom, the top, the left, or the right? So that's traditional layout. The other layouts we have are Modern Panel Slider List. What that is, if you open it like that, they move down the left hand side with the names here, as you see in another video. Alternatively, Modern Panel Slider Tiles is the same. Now this page actually opens up when you press the icon like this on the screen, and that's what slides out in front. So that's a way to change your layout of your home layout. Where it says show status bar above, that is your battery and power remaining information at the top of the screen. If you turn that off, then it hasn't been on that demonstration screen, but on the actual screen that will disappear. So that's what that means. The key thing to make, or the key important thing to remember, is whatever changes you make, then always make sure you click on this green button at the top here to save them. Otherwise you can end up making lots of changes, being really pleased with yourself, logging out, and nothing's actually changed. The second thing we can actually look at here is the buttons down here. So if we looked at, as an example, icon color, the bottom one, what you'll see here is lots of different examples of icons, and if you move down you see more load up. And for this example, if we want to change them, you just see them change here on the right hand side. So if we quite like the idea of them being white, let's say, let's go to there, save again, and they'll stay as white. If we click on buttons, then what you'll see is these are the buttons here. We can choose here different shapes, and again as we click on them you'll see they change shape there. So let's think, do we like those? I quite like it in that shape. Do we want to show the text or do we just want the icon? We can do that by changing here. So if we click that, it will turn it off and the text will disappear. Or do alternatively we want a white icon with a different color text. If we want that, we've got that option here by clicking here and changing color to whatever we want. Finally, if we wanted to actually upload our own images for the icons, we could do that by browsing here, selecting off our hard drive and then uploading them accordingly. So there really is a huge amount of flexibility for you to change the layout, color schemes, all that sort of thing, all within this menu. As I said, I won't go into any more detail because the video will get a little confusing, but it certainly shows here that it's worth coming in and having a look at this section and playing around a bit. The only thing to bear in mind is when you do save on here, as I've reminded you to do, it does immediately go live into your app. So if your app is live and running and customers are using it, please bear that in mind, that if you suddenly change it to purple and white like I have here and then press save, then that will affect everybody's apps out there in the real world. So be careful that you're making changes that you're happy with. And for this video, I hope that was very clear. Any questions, drop us a line. Thank you.